I don't think I can help you decide between those two tips. Oh, fuck. The only Fallout I don't own on Steam is, Saturday Night Draco Radio. No, unfortunately, I'm not talking about him this stream. Actually, fortunately, I don't like talking about that guy. But the only Fallout I don't own is Fallout 3. I have every other one on Steam. It's funny. Oh yeah, I should switch over. Hey everybody! How's your Saturday going? I'm gonna be getting into a fair bit of stuff. Hopefully I don't go too long. Oh god, I am gonna be talking about Sniper Wolf. That's gonna be fun. That's one way to frame it anyways. Oh my, the Gundam leaks were hilarious. I'm thinking I'm gonna get into that first. Just don't dox anyone, Lamau. Yeah, you're right. I don't have the ad revenue yet to get away with doxing people. God, that situation's so fucked. There was some context there that I wish I had saved from previous community note. Damn. It's all alleged stuff anyways. Oh, that situation with Sniper Wolf is just so shit. I'm gonna start off with getting into the Gundam stuff though. Cause like that's a little more of what I like to talk about, Gundams. Personal interest. Oh wait, do I actually I should pull up that tweet of mine. Favorite Gundam mech? That's a hard one to place. I really like the Exia for its simplicity and design. I like the Double O Riser for its abilities and whatnot. The Epion is like a perfect dueling suit, so I can't fault that one. There's so many good ones. But if you're going with more than just Gundam specifically, or if you're going with non-Gundam mobile suits, then I would probably go Tall Geese would be my favorite. But for average mass-produced, it would probably be the Maganak or the Leo, both from Gundam Wing. Where the fuck is it? Good thing I haven't hit record yet. Got a favorite Gundam despite a huge simp for the Vento. The giant space mechs is practical for some reason. Well, that's because they can only function in space. You can't have them within a planet's gravity because, due to their size, they're just way too heavy to feasibly pilot. God damn it, it was a while ago, wasn't it? It'd be easier if I just searched for a specific term. Popping in for a little bit? Well, it's important to get that rest. Fuck, I can't. Just as I say, I can't find it. Oh, wait, no, that was a different one. Howdy, howdy, welcome in. Oh well, that actually doesn't help my what I was thinking. I thought I had more context in there. I did not. Anyways, let's get on to the go. What are we searching for? Oh, I was just browsing for a specific tweet I had made. Because I thought I was quoting some article. I was not. Hey. Kitty cat's walking around. Okay, so a lot of people in my community already know that I'm a fairly big fan of the franchise of Mobile Suit Gundam. I've watched quite a few of the series. I'm a big fan of the Build Fighters series, more so for the concept rather than the actual work itself, but I am on record saying the Build Fighters Season 1 is like one of my favorite series, followed by like my top series, Build Fighters Season 1. Build Fighters Re-Rise was actually really good in my opinion, and Gundam Wing is a big one, Gundam 00, love those. Anyways, Bandai decided to release I guess kind of a platform, I don't know. They made their own Gundam metaverse. And when that came out, it was pretty lackluster. All you could do is walk around and look at stuff, and it's not what I had thought they were talking about, which they had announced, oh my god, years ago. I forget what it was exactly called. I'll have to pull that up in the future. But right now, we're going to talk about this article from automotionmedia.com. Bandai's Gundam model 3D CAD data leaked to the public, but it may not be as big a deal as it seems. So when I first heard of these leaks, I was along the lines of, well, I saw these kinds of leaks. For those that don't know, this is basically just a meme from 4chan. This is also essentially an entire scene from Gundam, but it's talking about the leaks specifically. Like actual torrents you could download of these models that you could 3D print off. Literally 3D print off, thanks to AutoCun here, showing off that they fucked up. They released some models accidentally. But let's get into it a little bit more. Bandai Namco announced on October 19th that the download of client files needed to access the Gundam metaverse has been temporarily suspended. The decision likely has something to do with the rumors of 3D CAD data of Gundam models being leaked to the public, which have been spread on social media like wildfire over the past day. Bandai commented on IT Media that they are currently in the process of confirming the facts. You know, allegedly released. Did they actually had NFTs in their metaverse? Can you link me that, Tibbs? In my delusion, I was hoping like they don't know about NFTs, right? They're Japanese. They're separate from Zuck's metaverse, right? Just joking, speculating. Oh, okay, fair enough. So here's the notice from Bandai. Thank you very much for enjoying Gundam Metaverse. We are sorry that downloading the client files has been temporarily suspended. We apologize for the inconvenience. We will inform you on this website when the download will be available again. Please continue to use Metaverse Early Access to purchase limited edition Gunpla. We'll talk about that a little more. The Metaverse NFTs are sort of interlinked. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought, but like, what crypto stuff did they actually have? I wasn't able to pull up much of anything regarding like NFTs or cryptocurrency in this specific Gundam Metaverse. I think it was more of a medium that they were trying to go with, like an online, like a VR chat, but Gundam, which kind of what I wanted. But like, I also want a VR chat where you can pilot your Gundam and fight people with your Gundam. You know, like the Gundam Build series does. Fuck's sakes. The Gundam Metaverse project was launched by Bandai Namco on October 5th, with the vision of creating a futuristic space colony-themed virtual space for Gundam fans to gather and communicate while immersed in the world of Gundam. General access to the metaverse was opened on October 11th and is supposed to last until October 23rd. However, at the moment, client files needed to access the metaverse can no longer be downloaded. Isn't blocking client file downloads like stopping everyone from using the service? Yeah, that's literally what they're doing. These leaks happened and they shut down their new people coming in. So, like, God, just making the metaverse, they took a gun and aimed it at their foot, and then with the release of it, it's like they missed their foot and hit their neck. No official reason for the suspension has been given by Bandai Namco, but preceding the announcement, posts by multiple users claiming to have extracted 3D CAD data of unreleased Gunpla models from the client data and using it to make 3D printed replicas started gathering attention on social media. Oh, is that like the actual tweet there? Pog, let me see. Don't delete it, don't delete it. Yeah. There's some of the screenshots I was seeing. Where you, oh, it's actually bigger when I'm not clicking on the thing. There you can see the individual parts. At first, when I heard of the leaks, I thought it was the runners that were released. Yeah, with the release of Gundam Metaverse, Bandai seemingly made a huge blunder. Not only did they not encrypt the files, it was easily decoded, and now all the 3D designs is out literally in the open, with each pieces labeled and ready for printing. Who needs to wait for the master grade Rising Freedom? It's all available to print perfectly labeled right now, and it will be exactly the same as the upcoming master grade. Now here, again, this is what's being printed. It's pretty goddamn good quality, but you are going to have to do the painting yourself. So I imagine there's going to be a lot of lazy people that don't want to put in the effort of painting it all, like individually. Trust me, I know how much work goes into it. And there's a lot of people that just won't do that. But it does look like their goddamn new Gunpla has been released. How fucking ironic is it that files from a Metaverse project weren't encrypted? I know, right? In Twitter posts, which have been since deleted, users have been indicating that the data in question had not been secured or encrypted, making it easy to extract and use privately. Some of the posts included screenshots of the 3D data and even photos of 3D printed Gunpla model parts. People have been commenting that the files were left so unprotected that even amateurs could extract them without issue. Babe, wake up, new Gundam model just leaked. Yeah, that's what Bandai did. They didn't encrypt their shit. Thank you for the screenshot. Bandai releases stupid ass Gundam Metaverse, forgets to secure files, doesn't encrypt them either. Fucking full on CAD files ready for printing of master grades and shit. I saw a lot. I saw a bunch of this getting spread around. Still trying to dig for files, but in the meantime, here's someone who printed the Freedom parts already. And this is the new design they're talking about, by the way, with the Gundam Build Metaverse mini-series, the OVA, I'm going to call it. It is 3 episodes long. I have yet to watch it, actually. I need to commit the time to do that. But, you know, I'm the biggest Gundam fan there is. At the same time, the matter may not be as doom-inducing as some make it out to be. According to reports by users who looked into the extent of the leak, only one Gunpla model was fully leaked, while the rest of the 3D data pertains to other objects in the metaverse. The downside is that the model, the Rising Freedom model, from Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Freedom, is indeed unreleased, scheduled to go on sale in January 2024. Okay, so my mistake. This suit is not from Build Metaverse. It is from Seed Freedom, their new series coming out, where they're just trying to play off the popularity of Seed. And yet they somehow make the designs look worse. On the other hand, this does not equal perfect replicas. One user suggests people were able to extract it to Blender, so it doesn't seem to be the actual NURBS data. I don't know what that stands for. I don't think it will have such an impact, as the data isn't much different from what you can obtain by doing a 3D scan of a Gunpla model. Give us the 3D scanning. Hey, P-Dork, been a bit. How you doing? Another user experienced with model kits suggests that even if possessing data of individual parts, one can make an injection mold without knowledge of the characteristics of resin and flow path design, meaning that one will not be able to make more than a bootleg. On average, yeah, I'm willing to bet that the majority of people who are into Gunpla overall, I don't think know a super ton of stuff. It's really more of niche interest, in my uneducated expert opinion. The massive security error this time around also brought attention to Gaudi, the company collaborating with Bandai Namco to run the Gundam Metaverse project. Apparently, the company had previously been generating heat for unprofessional behavior when launching a community service for Suburaya, nailed it, animations. As mentioned, Bandai Namco has yet to comment on the topic of the CAD data leaks, so detailed circumstances of how it came to be are unknown at the moment. Yeah, so good job, Bandai. Maybe don't try to make metaverse shit and focus more on making like your own thing. And also secure your fucking data. Okay, let's see what this context is. Japanese. Summary of Gundam Metaverse leaks. I looked at all the data, but the only CAD leaked as a Gunpla is Rising Freedom. The other 3D data is 3D data for in-game objects that diverted Gunpla CAD. I disassembled it, and it seems like it can be made as a movable Gunpla, not in. Perfect translations. Continued. Oh, it actually did happen because they hired a metaverse development company? Yeah, they outsourced it to a metaverse company, and oh no, it's a blunder. Who thought? Who knew? Confirm the existence of scan data of Gunpla created by users. Correction. Since it was developed in Blender, there is a possibility that the data can be output if viewed in Unreal Engine. I'm not familiar with 3D software, so forgive me. Basically, from my understanding, with what I know of 3D tech and software, if you can get it into Blender, you can get it into Unreal Engine. Just saying. After checking everything, the data was discarded. However, since the data was downloaded from the official site using the regular procedure, I feel like I can't say anything about it. I don't know. New problems include these files could be viewed in the earliest distributed version, but cannot be viewed with the currently available files. An internal problem was discovered. Currently, the files are no longer officially available, cannot obtain. So they've locked down their files, it seems. They finally realized, hey, maybe we should encrypt our shit that's not released yet. I don't know if I can say this safely. I don't know if I can say that. But there are a few injection molding machines that can produce output at the same low cost and high quality as Bandai. It's not yet on sale, and since this is so widespread, I'm going to shout out loud about the kit. It cannot be marketed or obtained, though there may be many back channels if you dig deeper. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you are willing to dig through the internet's butthole, they will have them available. I don't recommend it though, because I just wouldn't trust 4chan. Take everything they say with a grain of salt, but in this case, it looks like 4chan is on the money. Yeah, so that's a thing. Good job, Bandai. Good fucking job. Yeah, 4chan can contain some useful info, but digging through it to find it is dreadful. Absolutely. Okay, let's talk about reaction content. That discourse is going around again, thanks to fucking Sniper Wolf. But I'm going to make a segment separate from the Sniper Wolf stuff, talking about reaction content in general, because I've got a video to react to. Still can't believe that after several years of existence of crypto and all things related to it, people and companies still don't know it's a scam. Yeah, like the majority of people are stupid. Very, very, very stupid. And they don't listen when you tell them things like, hey, that person's trying to scam you out of all your money. Ah. That, can close that, can close that, can close that. Yeah, sad truth, and no one is immune from propaganda after all. True. Very, very, very true. Yeah, that's literally what I'm about to be doing. So, reaction content is back in the discourse again. last time it came up, it was largely about XQC, though Hasanabe also got caught in that some. And, well, even VTubers have started talking about it. Going to be going over a video by a Lucy Pyre, which I do love her videos. They're very well done. They're high quality. They're 100% worth checking out. Though there is a lot of people that tend to just kind of conflate reaction, like bare level reaction content, to like transformative responsive reaction content. Like I really don't like that a lot of that gets grouped together. Like if you just broadly say reaction content is garbage, then, well, you group in a lot of people, and there are definitely people that have, you know, there are people like XQC who will add 30 seconds to an 8-minute video, and then you can take a look at some of my videos. Some of them are just adding, I would say at worst, about 50% new content for some things. And then at best, I've gone over a 20-minute video, and it took me an hour and a half to get through. So it really depends on the context of what I'm talking about. And, well, honestly, a lot of it is how much do I agree with the people, how much do I have to explain it that I feel. But with enough preamble, we're going to go into the video. Actually, I want to lay out a couple more points. That I don't think there is anything inherently wrong with reacting to people's content. I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with uploading it as videos. I mean, look at my channel. I do think that there are proper ways to handle it, like adding more time to your video with the length of your reactions, adding like actual analysis to things. And another thing that gets brought up a lot is permission. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I don't really ask for permission to watch people's videos on stream. It would probably be good habit to, but on the other hand, I feel like I don't steal content per se. I do make use of other people's content, but I definitely go out of my way to link people to it. I'm not attacking people over like designs or whatever. I'm responding to the points being made. That said, if people do have an issue with me, you know, going over their stuff, they're more than welcome to come to me and say, hey, can you take that video down? I'd rather you not release it. And I'll be like, yeah, that's cool. And, you know, handle it privately like adults should. But then there are some people like, you know, XQC, where if you do that, he's just gonna take it to social media and then, you know, have his fan base attack you. Luckily, people don't need to worry about my fan base. I'm too small for that. And a lot of my fan base, I don't see anybody going after people. If there are people going after others from my community, let me know. If it's just the criticisms, no problem. If it's outright harassment and attacking people over no real reason, then I don't want those kinds of people in my community. Simple as. Anyways, without further ado, let's get into this content theft. Video reaction content is garbage, but I'm a raccoon. Released by Lucy Pyre.
Next, on America's Got Talent, Lucy Pyre!
Hello, Lucy. My name's Noah Stewart, but I'm sure I knew that. So, what will you be performing for us today?
This is my impression of SS Sniper Wolf reacting to TikToks. Wow, is this cat making orange juice? That's crazy. Oh,
Just gonna say, so far this is 100% spot on impersonation, and she should go through the next round. If anybody gives her an X, they're fired.
He's mixing it. Oh, he's pouring something. Oh, he just poured ice on a tray. What's he doing? What is that? Is that salt?
No.
My God, wow, so cute. I would love to eat that. That looks amazing.
Two fired right there. Oh, bitch. Caught in 4K. You're gonna get fired.
Wow.
Listen, honey, you're fat, you're stupid, and the only thing you'll be reacting to is my security guard escorting you off my fucking stage, you twat!
So React content is finally getting shit on by mainstream content creators, and that means Christmas came early, gamers! The React meta is officially dead.
We'll see about that. People do tend to love their trash content, and there is no denying it that reaction content is trash content.
Twitch has declared bankruptcy. XQC stocks are at an all-time low.
Base.
Multiple streamers have issued public apologies and are begging for the forgiveness of the masses. Oh wait, none of that is happening at all, and I still see this BBC coming up in my recommended every single day? How could the YouTube algorithm do this to me? Hi, it's...
That's just what the algorithm does. It loves to push that shit. Finally, always seems that way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was just a joke on her end. Like, there are people that do regularly keep making these same criticisms, but it's really been only more recently, like with XQC and what's her name? Sniper Wolf. I'm not going to call her, or I'm not going to do the SS part, because like that reminds me of Nazis. I don't think she has the ties to that. I haven't gotten any particles off of Sniper Wolf in that regard, but I just don't like saying that. She sounds like Shy Lily. Kinda.
It's me, Lucy, your inner demon here. This is an intervention to let you know it's not YouTube that's letting you down. It's me. I'm the problem. And so are you. I am a hypocrite. I can't criticize reacting, for I too am a filthy streamer who committed the ungodly sin of reacting on main. But
Ooh. Yeah, I know it's meant to be like super sexy or whatever, but I just don't like saying SS. That's literally my thing. Also, Lucy, one of us. Google gobble, google gobble.
But am I gonna have the mother of all woman moments and shit talk it anyway? You know it, baby. Yes, today I will finally break my silence and pick a fight with he who shall not be named.
What the fuck?
This video's fun because
He should not be named. Does she mean XQC, Hasanabi, or Asmongold? Because all three of them were in the thumbnail, along with Sniper Wolf.
I get to wrestle with someone way outside of my weight class. After all, how can anyone compare to my massive 600-pound sock? But don't worry, I'll give everyone a fair trial because I'm biased on both sides of the aisle. Holy heck, that rhymed. I also want to dispel the myth that reacting is the easy way out for content creation. I mean, don't get me wrong, it is if you're MLP, but me personally,
I'm going to say that there is a argument to be made that it is easy content. Of course it is. I'm not doing all the work that Lucy here has put into the video. Like, these 2 minutes that we've watched probably took, excuse me, I'm so professional, probably took her days, if not weeks, of editing and getting ready and preparing. Meanwhile, how long does it take me to make a minute of content? Spoiler alert, it's 1 minute.
reacting is too difficult. I have to think too hard about things to comment on. I mean, I can't be the only one who's used to zoning out and drooling like a Neanderthal when watching YouTube content, can
Who doesn't drool that much when they see Asmongold and a horse? I can think of at least one person.
I usually watch YouTube while I'm eating, so that I never have to experience a moment alone with the voices inside my brain. You have to.
Okay, she's definitely 100% calling me out on this. 100%. Like, obviously. For real though, there's a lot of people that will. They don't like hearing the sounds of themselves chewing. They don't like having that moment alone. And hell, even I'm guilty of watching stuff while eating because, well, I just like to watch stuff. Though I will say that I don't watch shit with subtitles while I'm eating because I can't keep up with subtitles while I'm eating. You have a good sleep. Thanks for popping in.
Get political, violent, and naked. So if I'm
What? I just heard 3 based things.
to while I'm eating, so that I never have to experience a moment alone with the voices inside my brain. You have to get political, violent, and naked. So if I'm gonna watch something, I'd rather just sit back and relax. Take things slow. Hell, I like living a slow life. An isekai slow life, some might even say. Legend has it that they're today's.
Oh, I was about to say, I don't get that reference, and she's doing a sponsorship. Since I actually like Lucy, I'm gonna let this play, but typically if I don't like the person, I'm just gonna skip their sponsorship ads.
Sponsor, meaning if you'd rather spend your time restoring your brain cells with chill gameplay, instead of watching a streamer eat ramen while shouting, "That's so true!" Every 2 minutes, you've come to the right place. Isekai Slow Life is a game where you can learn the true joy that comes with being a mushroom surrounded by beautiful women.
That's so true.
Yeah, that's right. You're a mushroom, baby. A mushroom that can start a happy family with a vampire nurse, a lovely siren, and of course, my favorite, an octopus teacher. If you see a cute girl and you like her, you can take her home to enjoy some slow, easy living. It's that simple. Now even someone like me can maybe pick up a chick. Yes, Mr. Sadie! You can take a blood sample!
Okay, that had me double take for a second right there in the middle of the screen. What the fuck is this game?
I'm just a meal for you, queen! The true beauty of Isekai Slow Life lies in the amazing companions you can meet, and each one has their own special skills that can help
Looks like a gacha game.
you explore and build up your village. You can create workshops, potion stores, schools, and more. Anything you say in your village goes, and those anime women have no choice but to obey. By the way, can I just point out how cultured the art for Ghost Girl Sadako is? My god, chef's kiss. But if you ever crave something
So
beyond
fucking
building your
cultured.
own dictatorship, sorry, I mean loving community, you can hit up the Adventurers Guild and wander the world with fellow adventurers, or create a lifelong enemy by challenging them to combat. Just don't forget that your form and reputation will change as your isekai unfolds, so make good choices and you'll be rewarded. Who knows, maybe even a mushroom can turn into a waifu. The possibilities are truly limitless.
I'm gonna be honest, with Rule 34, anything can be a waifu. So like most gacha games, that's kind of the vibe I'm getting. Just as cultured as all the other gacha games too.
Use my QR code to download Isekai Slow Life today, and use my gift code MUSHROOM to get 10 free draws right now. Anyway, you ever see a funny video on the internet that makes you think of one of your friends or siblings, and you want to show it to them, so you do, but the entire time you're concentrated on their face and how they're responding to it instead? It's like it's not about the video anymore. It's about their reaction to it. You want to see if you're right about what they'll think. Or what about this? Have you ever told someone a joke and the way they laughed at the joke was way funnier than the joke itself? I love how you hate women named Lucy Tyler. You're just like me. Oh my god, especially when you make little snort noises when you laugh. It's not weird, it's not cringe, it's like the cutest thing ever. Herein lies the beauty of React content. It's almost wholesome in a way, or at least it spawns from wholesome desires. Because people shit on being parasocial all the time, but everyone's down to watch their favorite gamer man give hot takes on video games.
Yeah, like, are there legit people that don't realize that they want? There are people that want to hear the takes of the people they like watching, whether or not they directly do reaction content. It just seems to track within all audiences regardless of whether you're a flesh tuber like Asmongold, a VTuber like me, or if you go into more mainstream shit with like actresses, actors, all that stuff. So like people are always wanting to know that their favorite person they like to watch shares the same values as them. That's why people like to watch a lot of reaction content. They kind of want to know, hey, does this person actually agree with me? Does this person say my points in their voice so I feel justified with it? Or does this person actually, you know, have contrarian points to what I think? And I appreciate hearing that. You don't really know. People have giant audiences. It's like a combination of a lot of different things.
I think one of the things that makes Final Fantasy XIV unappealing is the fact that the game looks like shit.
Yeah, bye, Asmon.
Something satisfying about seeing someone with way more clout than you say the exact same things that you think and feel, especially when it's controversial. God, it lights a fire in my pussy. Daddy! Hold my hand! I mean under my ass. And what's the
I should really be catching her streams, shouldn't I? They seem like a lot of fucking fun.
harm? Other than the streamer profiting off of other people's hard work and giving them nothing in return, that is. But
In my defense, I'm not profiting off of any of these people's content. I am merely stealing clout. I'm a clout shark at my size.
come on, what a first world problem, am I right? Like it or not, reaction content is in demand. It's hard not to notice when reactions to videos get more views than the original, sometimes by magnitudes of millions.
A part of that is also that Asmongold is a fuckload bigger than you, Lucy, bigger than me. She 100% got bonked by Twitch. Like, I've seen a GIF or a video, I think it was, like that Lucy posted on Twitter of Bikini Golden Shower. It looked like there was Twitch chat in there, but fast and loose, the way I like my women.
And I'm not here to tell you you're a bad person for that because this is really hard for me to say, but
Say it. Say it.
I've watched reaction content too. Yes, it's my fault that Asmongold reacts show up in my feed. It's because I've clicked on them. And you know what? I've done it more than once. It's like junk food, man. You know it's bad for you, but you can't stop shoving that shit in your mouth because the cocaine they sprinkle in the Cheeto dust just slaps. But
Literally, again, it's trash content and people love their trash content. Look at Cops. Look how big that got. That was literally just a different kind of trash content. Right now, we're just talking about, you know, the culture of people watching other people's content on stream. And, well, it does get them goddamn clicks.
that doesn't change the fact that it's bad. It doesn't change the reality that they're, well, to put it nicely, leeching. Streamers have mad copium about it too. Some will even look you dead in the eyes and say they're paying the original creator an exposure. But
That's 100% copium. I'm definitely leeching off of other people's content when I'm reacting to it. But like, there's a difference between just trying to take somebody's content and tearing them down and going over their content and actually, you know, sending out subs that way. It doesn't make the biggest influence in the world, but it certainly does help. And that's my copium for this stream.
I guarantee you, if a sponsor messaged them and said they'd pay them an exposure, they'd write them a very strongly worded email that translates to get bent. They know they're reaching. But because people enjoy the content and there's a CBT Andy behind every street corner waiting to mug them, creators have kept quiet. That is until now, because believe you me, the cancer of React content has finally gone terminal. Let me give you an example. One of the trends I just love about the internet today is when people will take a TikTok or a YouTube short, change absolutely fuck all about it, and just shove their ugly face into the corner while the actual video plays. I am being...
And then, like, they don't even make any weird facial expressions like we just saw with Sniper Wolf there. Fucking... Can you at least add something to it?
being so serious. When I say making this content should get you put on an FBI list, the government should...
I'm pretty sure I'm already on one. Apparently I'm wanted for terrorism. But I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out.
make laws forbidding it. Uploading it should be a federal crime, and it should carry a minimum 10-year sentence. Institutions should be built solely to rehabilitate people who actually like this garbage, though I fear that they're beyond help.
I can't lie, she's spitting facts.
Every time I talk about this, I feel like I'm turning into the Dark Knight Joker. Because we truly do live in a society. Nobody bats an eye when Netflix issues a DMCA on someone for watching one of their TV shows last. People shrug and say, yeah, you were asking for it. What did you expect? But when YouTubers stand up for themselves and try to protect their content, people lose their minds and say,
You should have taken it to the DMs.
boo.
Well, to be fair, there is a thing of, like Netflix and, like, Hollywood in general, they have a lot more money backing them to be able to properly copyright strike people over such reposting of the content. Though, if you're adding a decent amount of content or a decent amount of your own content on top of it, if you're using it for the uses of critique, satire, review, such things, that's all within fair use. So, like, I'm not a legal expert, but even YouTube seems to say think that reaction content is fine. Let's all glory to YouTube. God, I hate this platform.
Oh, they made fun of my best buddy BLT for playing someone else's video when he went potty. Don't they know that if ABC...
Wait, was that about Hassan?
To the DMs.
Oh, they made fun of my best buddy BLT for playing someone else's video when he went potty. Don't they know that if ABC doesn't give us filler content while he takes a massive shit, the man will literally die?
Dude, what am I supposed to do? Die?
By the way...
Okay, that was about Hassan. I don't think it's that big of an issue if Hassan did have permission ahead of time to play a video and then go to the bathroom, or if it's like a video that he believes is a really good message and then puts that up and then goes away for a bit. Dude streams for like 12 hours, like 36 hours a day. I personally, when I'm going for a longer break, I'm just going to play one of my own videos. It's easier that way. The thing is, Hassan does tend to shout people out, which is more of that copium. I said I was done with it, but you know me, I lie. What was I going? Where was I going with this? I forget.
Totally off topic here, but there's this dancing fruit trend on YouTube where it's literally just fruit dancing on the screen, and it's used to keep babies occupied while parents are busy doing other things, like filing their taxes.
Unironically, I should probably start taking that video and then just playing something like that in the background while I am talking about stuff that I'm not actually reacting to. I think that would really help with viewer retention. As much as I hate it, I think it actually works. Like, look at all the TikTok videos where Lucy dancing with the fruit. I know, that was adorable. There's all those TikTok videos where there's like what is it, Temple Run, that's playing on the side while they're talking, or while they're just making their points or talking about whatever the video is about. Or there's like that magic sand shit that they show, and it's just kind of like satisfying to watch them get smushed, but you're just listening to what the video is going on about. And like, I've had to catch myself. Wait, why am I paying attention to this? It's fucking stupid. Why must you bring back some core memories? Hey, it's not my fault.
Or giving that baby a younger sibling.
Context?
On the screen, and it's used to keep babies occupied while parents are busy doing other things, like filing their taxes, or giving that baby a younger sibling.
Oh,
Just
okay.
so you know, that's what these streamers are doing to you when they pull this shit. They're unironically giving you the dancing fruit baby treatment. This
Caught in 4K, goddamn, she really called me out like that. I mean, in the case of like XQC, where he says, "Whoa, isn't that cool, chat?" And like that's all the compelling commentary that he adds to the video. Yeah, that's literally it. But then you can, you know, see content like mine where I'm adding a lot more context to the video.
stuff really does make me sad because when I look at React Meta streamers, it's like glancing into the future and seeing an older, richer, more evil version of myself. Because from the outside looking in, full-time reacting seems like the end stage of a content creator's career, the point where the cracks really start to show, even to outsiders. These creators are burnt out, they're disillusioned with their jobs, they no longer have the passion to create, and yet they're scared of losing what they've already built.
You can definitely levy that criticism against the bigger ones for sure, like Sniper Wolf and XQC. Yeah, I do think there have been some times where Hassan has done some egregious shit. I haven't actually watched like a ton of Asmongold, so I can't really comment on there.
They can't even manage to take a piss break without fear that they'll be abandoned while they tinkle, and why wouldn't they be?
Okay, that criticism right there, you guys can't levy at me because I will literally just stand up, walk out, and go take a piss, and you guys will stare at a still avatar for like a couple minutes.
We live in a world where the
Not good at React commentary too much. Honestly, it is a skill to like be able to formulate or to convey your thoughts and like actually put it out there instead of just, you know, keeping it all inside your head and doing like a XQC react of, whoa.
The only way people can keep a Zoomer's attention is by attaching Subway Surf gameplay to the
Subway Surfer, that's what it was.
video. So then, what should we or even can we do about reaction content?
You can't really do anything about us. We're going to keep coming, giggity. And unfortunately, that's just how it be. I do really think we should socially discourage people that are just lazy reactors, like when XQC does his Mr. Chair bullshit, where he will get up and walk away from stream, and then it's Mr. Chair reacts to the video, and apparently his chat likes that more than him, so his chat likes the original video more than XQC's reaction. She looks like Mousy, but with pinks and purples replaced with white. I don't terribly get that. Lucy's been doing her own thing. I like her model overall. You should do what Shark does and just play a live stream of fish, like Shark 300, and just live stream of fish. What, like Go Fish? I'm confused.
Should we repeat to watch it? Just like the videos when they show up?
FYI, if you dislike the videos, you're still giving it engagement and helping it go around. If you literally don't want reaction content to be showing up on your feed at all, don't ever click on it. As soon as you realize it's reaction content, click away. Don't engage with it whatsoever. Because even leaving a comment of like, I hate you, you suck, go gamer yourself, you're still giving engagement to that video and still helping it in the YouTube algorithm. So if you really, really don't want to see it, literally completely don't engage with it. He plays a stream of an aquarium. Oh, nice.
Run to Twitter and do our absolute.
You're getting mousy vibes. Yeah, I can kind of get that. Though I think I would say Mousy is a little more gremlin than Lucy here, but it's hard to really say. They're both pretty great in that regard.
Best to cancel people like QVC?
And then what?
Well, despite all the time I spent laying into the concept, no, because I don't want it to go away. That's right, I like it. I like reaction content.
You can't see my arms right now, but I'm flexing. I'm flexing and really happy right now.
And I'm not talking out of my ass as someone who gets all of the benefits and none of the pain. Hell, every single video of mine that Asmongold has reacted to on his channel has more views than my original. I say this while knowing full well the consequences of the content format.
Girl, like, how big is Asmon on YouTube? Unironically. Because, like, $2.2 million subs, girl. He's literally 10 times bigger than you. It's kind of an empty. It's kind of empty to say that, oh, his videos get more views than my original, and like, yeah, girl, he's 10 times the size. My video is going to get far less than yours right now. 100% guarantee that. You've got 100,000 views on this right now. I haven't gotten 100,000 on any of my videos, nor do I think I will in this year. My God, you're subscribed to Vosh. Mark another one for Trans Bingo. Not only am I subscribed to Vosh, I've listened to all his debates.
I absolutely lost many views and some ad revenue to a WoW player. And trust me, that stings.
Yeah, I don't blame you for that one. That's got to be pretty painful. WoW players.
But you know what?
Zerus is the only good one.
Call it a hunch, but I feel like the overlap of Asmongold's audience with mine is, a little low. And every time someone clicks on an Asmongold reaction, they're not clicking on it for me or for any other creator he's reacting to while we're at it. They're clicking for Asmon. Because he's their guy, he's their little boy, their little baldy man. And for new creators who think they can ride the React meta wave into stardom, you're wrong, because one little thing they never teach you about reacting is that no one cares what John from Ohio thinks about the recent Blizzard fuck-ups.
Yeah, that's why I gotta lean very heavily into like the clickbaity titles and thumbnails. Because like, people aren't clicking on me unless they already know me, and like, I'm so tiny that I gotta go into that clickbait in order to get them views. Though typically, I'm gonna be honest, I don't think the majority of my views come from reaction content. I gotta look into that more, honestly.
Why? Because he's not Asmongold. You have to prove that you're someone who has opinions that matter before anyone gives a shit about your reaction in the first place.
Well, yeah, you just keep making those points and just keep doing it, and then you'll keep growing. Because, you know, people like to actually hear commentary content. Like, 6 months ago, I was 100-something subs, and now I'm like 460-something. Which, it's going. It seems to be working for me. It's not the key to instant success, but I think it's the key to a better kind of success where I'm slowly, gradually, consistently growing, where it just keeps going up and up and up. I think definitely by the end of the year, without me even pushing for it, I will be able to enter the YouTube Partner Program.
Huge streamers can coast off of reaction content because they put in the work earlier that got them to where they are today. But that doesn't give them a free pass. They're still responsible for working with the people they react to, shouting them out properly, giving them credit, and negotiating with them about what is and isn't off limits. And we should absolutely hold their feet to the fire on that. But at the same time, we as creators have to stop being pussies. I recently watched the Act Man's video about this topic.
Is this why people were talking about that guy? Or am I thinking of something completely else? I can't remember.
By the way, I know, the irony! And he mentioned that he spoke with Asmongold about some beef he had with him reacting to a Diablo 4 video. And you know what happened? Asmon said okay. He agreed to wait 4 days before he reacted to his content, giving it some time to steep into the algorithm. And the Act Man was happy.
That is something that I tend to consider often, is like I'd rather not react to stuff that's like a day or two old or like just came out. And if I'd rather give it some time to marinate, let it get the initial boost of the algorithm or get its going in the algorithm out there. But like, I'm gonna be honest, at my size, I am not affecting any people that I'm reacting to. I have even reacted to some people smaller than me. I think they've gotten some subs off of that. I would hope so. He did have some cringe views a while back. Yeah, I don't know anything about Actman.
And Asmongold was happy. And the viewers were happy. And I'm pretty sure they also made out while dressed like a Stoffel and Felix.
That sounds true.
But they told me to leave that part out. It's almost like if creators just talk face to face and we don't fuck around, we won't find out. And this goes for myself too.
I'm more than happy to openly disagree with people. Look at my Rev Says Desu content, like where I react to his shit. I literally, as I mentioned earlier, watch a 20-minute video of his, and my video is an hour and a half long because I gotta spend so much time explaining shit that he's leaving out. But in the case of someone like Lucy Pyre, I tend to not really react to her content specifically. A, because she does actually put in quite a bit of fucking effort. B, I agree with like everything she says. And well, I don't personally feel like I have super ton of context to add to like a lot of the videos she watched. This one I was taking a gamble with. Do I have enough in me to really make a video of my own about it? If I'm only adding like, I don't know, 5 minutes of commentary, I'm not going to release the video during the week when I do release my regular videos. But I mean, it's still worth a shot to me to at least try. But typically I like to think that I handle it well enough. Like, I don't go out of my way to DM every single person, hey, is it cool if I cover this on stream or if I react to this on stream? But on the other hand, I'm not doing like bare bones reactions. I'm adding a lot of my own personal opinions and insights into what's being talked about. So it's a real gray area to me. Again, if somebody did legit have grievances with how I reacted to their stuff and they were like, hey, would you mind taking that down? I would definitely not be a cunt about it. Because, you know, I might cover a lot of drama on my channel, but I don't generate the drama. I do what I can to not perpetuate that drama either. I try to give it as reasonable as a take as I can regarding all the information I can come across.
I'm a very non-confrontational person, but no longer. That's right, Lucy Pyre reactors, I'm watching you. Especially you. I live inside your yellow-stained walls.
God damn.
And that bumping you hear in the night? That's me banging the sexy roach anime girls that live under your floorboard.
Matara's under my floorboard too? I'd ship it.
So keep watching reactions, and keep making fun of streamers for doing reactions. And do leave likes and comments and watch time on the original videos. Remember,
100%.
only you can stop content leeching. So does anyone remember when NPC used to actually make Overwatch content?
Your mom is fat!
What?
Fat hoe!
This... I didn't get that reference. Anyways, if you liked it, go like it. She makes great videos. But yeah, I don't think there is anything I personally don't think there's anything inherently wrong with reaction content. It's a lot of how do you actually handle it? Is it just, whoa, that's so cool? Or is it taking a 15-minute video and then talking for like 40 minutes? Because like right now my recording is sitting at 40 minutes long. So yeah. I am also running late to the next segment. Nice. Yeah, that kind of wraps it up fairly well. Anyways, if you liked that video, go check out Lucy Pyre. You know what, oh shit, before I close the tab, I should drop it in chat for y'all. So y'all can also go drop a like, and it'll also be in the description of the video that I release after. Scoozy. Pop-Tart, you watching? Is Pop-Tart in chat? I don't know. Hey, you are. I'm good to call whenever you are, bud. That was a good video and soggy. Yeah. Yeah, Lucy Pyre does really great videos. Unironically, like, definitely check her out. If that was the first time you ever saw her. Pretty good introduction to her. Where be the VC? Oh, we just private call. We don't need random drop-ins. Okay, who's ready to talk about Sniper Wolf? Howdy, howdy.
I am ready.
You're ready?
Ready.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Oh Jesus, that's loud. Hold up, I'm getting feedback from YouTube.
Uh-oh. Gotta mute the stream, I guess.
Yeah. God, oh, that Sniper Wolf drama, that's a goddamn mess and a half, isn't it?
Oh, it is getting so weird.
Yeah. I mean, do you want to know how weird it is? I was doing a bit of research on it last night, and, hold on, I'll just bring it up from my end. Sniper Wolf. So if you haven't heard of it before, there's this website called knowyourmeme.com, and they're a website known for just researching stuff on the internet that's either pop culture or related to internet stuff, and they generally don't cover anything and everything unless it's, like, you know, something unique or something that stands out. And usually with stuff like reaction content, it will be included under something else on like a different page, but Sniper Wolf has blown up so much that they have their own dedicated not one but two dedicated pages just to the shitstorm that's fucking blowing up over the past couple of weeks. Like it's pretty big. God damn. But yeah, it is a bit. I'm honestly not surprised by YouTube's response to this at all. Because like how much have you followed this over the past few weeks? Just out of curiosity.
I haven't been super duper following it in depth. I've been kind of
Okay.
aware of it, more or less. Try not to get doxxed by her. Oh, we'll see. I could use the clout.
Yeah.
She's like 30 million times bigger than me, so like even her doxing me would put me at risk, but like put my name in front of 30 million people.
Yeah, well, you pretty much covered the meat and potatoes of who Sniper Wolf is. For those who don't know, and you really shouldn't care, she's not a particularly great person. Sniper Wolf is a reaction channel on YouTube, and she's gotten into a bit of beef with someone by Jack's Film who criticized her for stealing people's content. That's it. That's pretty much the bulk of her channel, what she does, and stuff like that. And, you know, obviously, beef on YouTube, it happened. Like, people have covered it, and yeah. She's just not a generally great person. And usually, like, back in the day when you had beef with people online, you handled it online. Like, that was, like, the generally accepted way of doing things. But recently, she decided to take shit way too far and doxed the IRL address of Jack's Film on her Instagram page to all of her followers. And that is generally not... Like, here's the thing. It's not that it's... In itself, there's no great law against it. Outside of a penal code that apparently she broke in her home state. But that's a whole other thing. It's everything around it that could happen as a result of that. First, like, you don't just dox someone's IRL address. That's not cool, because people on the internet are weird. And really bad things can happen as a result of that. Now, to my knowledge, nothing's happened yet. You know, fucking touch wood. But, you know, people, as a result of that video, could quite easily figure out where Jack's Films lives. Like, yeah, you mentioned 4chan, for example.
Yeah.
There are people on 4chan who have been witness to someone's abusing their animals and stuff on 4chan and posting, like, you know, pictures and stuff to it, and then people on 4chan was like, no, I don't like that. So they did some really weird math that involved figuring out the time of day that those videos were posted, the angle of the sun, and how it came through the curtains, and managed to find the geolocation of that guy's house, and eventually he got arrested. So it's not impossible. It can be done quite easily. I mean, it's a bit trippy, but, you know, yeah. And all of this stuff happened, and we're now a week past Sniper Wolf doing that, and she knows she did something wrong.
Yeah.
Like, she knows she's, you know, been caught with her pants down, doxing someone's address, revealing their IRL location, which, you know, not cool, and illegal depending on where you are, but not all the time.
I believe it is illegal in California where this happened.
Yeah, that's what I was referring to. Like, there's like a penal code that apparently she stepped over. But yeah. And anyway, that happened, and like, there is no great divide on this. Like, the court of public opinion, which, you know, you should generally keep at bay, because, you know, that shit can go either way, is not divided at all. Everyone agrees that this was a shitty thing to do, and it shouldn't have happened, but it did. And YouTube's response is, oh no, that's against our TOS. That's not cool. We're going to temporarily disable monetization on your videos.
No,
that's
no,
it.
no.
That's their response.
Their response was actually a little worse. Saying, confirming Sniper Wolf has received a temporary monetization suspension per creator responsibility policies. Off-platform actions that have that put others' personal safety at risk or harm our community, and the behavior on both sides isn't what we want on YouTube. Hoping everyone
Which,
helps move this convo to a better place.
like, that's the weird thing, though, because Google, when they release... it's an interesting show of how Google handles their TOS, because when Google releases a product, like whether it's YouTube or whether it's like a social media platform, they have a very set metric of how they measure success. I think it's something like $2 billion and 2 billion users over the span of a year, and if not, it gets axed. And they have very clear TOS, but at the same time, YouTube is a loss leader for Google. Like, they generate next to no money off of it. So, on the one hand, they need the clicks generated by this sort of content, which is, kind of shitty. But at the same time, there is very clear examples of not only SS Sniper Wolf, but many other creators who are quite clearly broken TOS that they just go, oh no, that's a shame, slap on the wrist. And this sort of shit, it is horrible and it shouldn't be happening. And it's ethically wrong, but I don't think that this is going to be the last we see of something like this happening, because YouTube's in a very awkward place right now. On the one hand, someone on their platform has broken the law and compromised someone's IRL location. On the other hand, if they do what they're supposed to do as part of their TOS, they lose ad revenue, they lose income, and that's a problem because they kind of need YouTube to make money. Otherwise, they have to consider closing it, which they really don't want to do. So I'm not at all surprised by their response at all. But what really made me laugh is a week after this happened and Sniper Wolf got caught, she actually released a quote-unquote apology, which read like someone from a PR team wrote it for her, and everyone was yeah.
It read like her PR manager got her a apology from a chat GPT.
Oh no, it's worse than that. Someone actually ran it through an AI detection algorithm, and it came back as 100% chat GPT generated.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Also, it came out 1 hour after the YouTube tweet about demonetizing her current video. Not even the most recent videos, just her current video.
Yeah. And I don't know, it's just a really, really shitty thing to happen on this platform, and everyone knows what needs to happen. She needs to be removed, but I don't think it's going to happen. And
what does she have, 34 million subs on YouTube?
Even if you're only generating 30 cents per ad or something like that, that's still a shitload of money per video and that continues going forward. It's not like, oh, you release it, then after a day it stops. No, that's every time an ad plays, they generate money, which is what they want. But what concerns me going forward is this isn't going to stop, and I'm just curious if we're going to have another Dragon Lord situation on our hand.
Wait, Dragon Lord?
What
lore am I missing?
Okay, so there's this creator over in Europe who does YouTube, or did do YouTube content, and he, out of fairness to him, he has mental health problems, so you kind of have to keep that in mind. But he released content online, and it was sort of in the same sort of vein as Christian, but not as, not that bad. Anyway, people figured out where he lived, started doxing him, and he reacted very violently to that, and this went on for months and months and months. The police got involved, and when they did an assessment, they sort of said, well, yeah, this is shitty, but it's also kind of your fault. And then everything snowballed from there to a point where he actually lost his house and had to move, and I think he ended up getting banned from his town because the conflict that happened as a result of that just meant that he just had to uproot and leave. And that's all because, well, for the most part, that's because people, doxed his IRL address, and then people literally flew into that one town just to mess with him. And I'm just sort of wondering, if YouTube having this sort of treatment to their higher-end creators is going to create another situation, maybe not as violent as that, but sort of a situation where we now have people going to people's homes address and, harassing the shit out of them and stuff like that, because I know I don't want that. I just want to chill at my house and play video games, man.
You know what this situation kind of reminds me of?
No, I don't. I don't read your mind.
Why not? That sounds like a skill issue.
I don't.
Anyways,
Yeah.
do you happen to remember the state of YouTube around 2016?
Vaguely. I don't know.
The era
It's been a
of Gamergate?
Gamergate. I'd have to refresh my memory on that, but go ahead.
Basically, channels with like hundreds of thousands or millions of subs would basically find smaller accounts and then, dox them and shit. And it was
Oh,
situations like this with how
right. Yeah.
with how Sniper Wolf treated Jack's films, except at a more disproportionate size, and it was like the common meta of YouTube videos at the time. And it's disconcerting to see that this is still happening around.
Oh no, I remember seeing videos of that, man. Like, I think there was this one video I saw. It was quite popular at the time, where some guy was playing. Oh god, what was it? I think it was Call of Duty, and then one of his neighbors called the not even the police, like SWAT on him, saying, "Oh, there's gunfire," and they broke through his door and raided his house. And I don't think he ended up getting arrested, but he did actually get manhandled quite a bit, and it wasn't pleasant at all.
Yeah, like, what the fuck? This is why you don't dox or SWAT people, because you never know how it's actually going to play out from the police's hand, or from the police's end. If you tell them something egregious shit was going down behind that door, they're probably going to do something really bad.
Yeah.
You're just taking somebody's life into your hands.
Yeah, like, it's just... I do...
Big old cringe.
I do... Yeah, goddamn. What I think was funny is when YouTube actually released their decision on Twitter about what they were quote-unquote going to do, when you actually looked through the comments, I think it was like the fourth or sixth one down, Ice Cream Sandwich actually released a little animation for it, and I was like, oh god. Like, if you've not heard of Ice Cream Sandwich, he's just an animator on YouTube who does his own stuff, but he's very, very critical of how YouTube has been sorting their shit over the past couple of years. And yeah, it's definitely worth a watch if you find this shit annoying as fuck.
I'm looking for it.
Yeah. Goddamn. Ice Cream Sandwich.
Oh yeah, there was another community note about
Oh god, there's another one.
Yeah, I can't see the different community notes. I can't switch in between them, but like I did see it when it was the active one. But Sniper Wolf has also been called out for allegedly sexualizing minors, which YouTube didn't address
Jesus.
and is against their own terms of service. And that has me thinking, can I just have one stream where I don't talk about fucking pedophiles?
God.
Allegedly,
Damn.
we don't actually have confirmation, because apparently the Omegle videos where she did this on her YouTube channel were privated. Good times.
Yeah, it's just fucking... I do hope as a result of all this blown up, because it's not the first time it's happened, it's definitely not going to last, but I hope YouTube has a greater conversation about how they actually...
Oh yeah, this is another good part, good thing to note. She has been, like, this is not alleged. She has been arrested twice, at least.
Damn.
Back in 2013 for armed robbery, and then
Wait, what?
Yes, and then back in 2016 for disorderly conduct and fighting.
I mean, that's just a good time in certain parts of the world, but goddamn, it's weird.
I have seen this top mugshot before, 100%. I didn't know it was Sniper Wolf.
I honestly thought it was one of those situations. It was a completely different person, but, you know, makeup be doing that sometimes.
Apparently it's her.
Like, drama aside, that is a massive glow up. Like, goddamn. I mean, you gotta respect the skills with our... Yeah, but yeah, it's not the first
there's
time.
a video.
Oh, there's a video?
Yes. Oh, it's the one of It's of her asking the minor to twerk for her.
Oh, what? Oh, that's not okay.
Yeah, it's on Omegle.
God damn. That's
And
just...
apparently it was only recently deleted, at least according to this.
Oh,
tweet
speaking
anyways.
of Oh, is that it, though?
Yeah, it looks
Oh.
like this is it. Where she's
Oh,
going
glad.
onto Omegle.
I mean, it's going to be completely disgusting, but play content and clout.
I'll type it.
Is it? What?
Come on.
Twerk for me. I'll show you
What?
tits.
Yeah.
That is... That's just...
How can
Straight
you
up
believe that this
pedophilia.
person is at all an adult? Just saying.
That's
you
just
need
straight
ID
up
confirmation.
pedophilia.
Yeah.
That's just pedophilia at this point, man. Because, like, doesn't the US have, like, weird
But-
rules
oh,
regarding...
fuck. She actually got the kid to do it too.
No...
I don't want to keep going through
No.
that. Fuck this girl.
No.
God damn it. Allegedly.
Yeah, it's like... Allegedly. Oh, that reminds me of that one guy from, like, Letterkenny, who's, when they were talking about that fucking ostrich, it's like, allegedly. God. Oh, Canada's great. But yeah, God, I hope something more serious happens to her.
Me
Because
too.
the-
Like, it's been one video that got demonetized.
Yeah. Like, they said, oh, we're just demonetizing all of it, and then, like, someone used, like, tracking software to go, well, actually... It was like one video out of all the rest of her videos isn't gonna do anything. At all.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here it is.
Shit.
Here's the tweet of her monetization, where it's like you can see with this extension here that this latest
Yeah.
video, the funniest kids on TikTok. Oh, great, she's watching kids on TikTok still. And then people
Yeah.
having a very bad day, still monetized. Good times, good times. Don't
I
you just
hope-
love it when YouTube protects bad people?
Yeah. I mean, it's like I was saying, like, not specific to this, but I think it was something else I was reacting to when we were talking about people doing shitty things on, like, YouTube and Twitch. And I was saying, like, yeah, like, these people are massively successful, but, you know, for people who are, you know, struggling to grow size like myself, and we're looking for, like, examples of success, if this is what you allow to exist as, like, a metric for a large channel, and people like myself are struggling, and we see people doing this shitty stuff and getting away with it, what does that mean for us? And what sort of standard does that set? Like,
I
you
know,
need to
right?
do better, YouTube.
The fucking lesson I'm getting is I need to be more egregious with my content stealing.
Oh, yeah.
If
I
YouTube
think I
doesn't
phrased...
get truly, or
Yeah.
if she doesn't get truly punished, a
Yeah.
lot of the fear that breaking the rules makes is gone, which isn't good. Yeah, 100%. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not going to enforce the rules, why are people going to follow them?
Yeah, I think
Also,
I
hey,
phrased
Title,
it
bit
quite
of it.
well. I phrased it quite well on TikTok, where I said YouTube's grown to a point where their policies from 10, 20 years ago is no longer apply, and they need to realize social media has evolved to a point where it is now well integrated into our personal lives, and as a result, with YouTube being as big as it is, they need to do better with their TOS, not because they can, but they have a moral obligation to do so, and if they don't, we're going to have another Dragon Lord situation, or we're going to have people getting swatted more often.
Yeah,
There's
we're
going to
just going
be...
to backtrack into the Gamergate era. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Oh no, it's not going to be fun, and, like, the sad situation is, like, you know, Murphy's Law says that, you know, someone's going to hurt as this, and then YouTube's going to say, not a problem. And what really fucked me off is apparently, and I haven't seen the specific policy written down, but apparently Twitch, when it comes to this sort of stuff, they've sort of said, like, it's not our problem, it's happened outside of the platform. If you get swatted, we're not going to take responsibility for it. If
Oh
that
no, they
happened as a
actually
result of you...
updated They actually updated their TOS.
Also, it includes it or wipes it out?
They've added off-platform, or they've added that to off-platform policies that you can't do anymore.
That is fucked. So what?
Yeah.
Not that I would, because it's absolutely evil, but let's say,
Which is
for
adding
example,
doxing and swatting to their off-service misconduct policy from
So what that
Zach
means they won't-
Bosey.
so what that means they won't take action against creators if they dox someone's location and they can prove that they've done it as a result of Twitch, or
Like, if in the exact same situation, if Sniper Wolf was a large Twitch streamer, that would now, like, her doxing on Instagram would now be against Twitch TOS.
Okay.
So, like, a week after this whole Sniper Wolf situation happens, Twitch is like, hey, let's add that to our TOS just in case.
just in case they says. But that is. I hope this is just a isolated incident that happens once every so often, but I have a feeling it happens more often than we know.
Yeah,
like,
I personally think it happens a lot more often than we honestly hear about.
Mm.
We only really
Mhm,
hear
mhm.
about the stories that go viral.
Yeah, that's what concerns me, because if this is a bigger situation than what it is, and YouTube's only responding like as a result of this big name did it, then are they really acting responsibly? And like, if it is happening and they get caught out for it, my first, like, if it's happening on like a large scale and they get caught out for it, my first question I'd actually ask them if they got caught is, are you sorry that it was happening, or are you upset that you got caught and nothing?
Yeah,
would be
and
quick.
Sniper
Yeah.
Wolf's apology is a lot of, I'm only saying this because I got caught.
No, that's what fucked me off. She wasn't even saying it. ChatGPT was.
Yeah. Fuck, I guess we should read that out for chat.
Yeah, I think we should. If you can show the one where someone reported, where it was like analyzed as 100%.
Oh, I'd have to actually look for that.
Oh yeah.
Because
Versus-
I didn't actually hear about that. Like, even even Satan is saying Chat GPT ass apology.
Well,
Oh
Satan,
my God.
Satan is such a based poster on Twitter.
I fucking love Satan.
Satan's great.
Chat, what do you think? How does this sound to you? Let me start by saying I'm sorry for my recent actions. It is inexcusable. I'm sorry to Jack's Film, YouTube, the entire creator community, and my incredible fans for not being a better example for appropriate conflict resolution. Jack's Film will, while we certainly don't see eye to eye and have our differences, I am sorry for reacting the way I did when I should have taken the opportunity to show young creators how adults and professionals resolve conflict by communicating directly, respectfully, and privately, not for views or content, but a meaningful example of how conflict should be resolved. Holy fuck, that is one long sentence. I will reach out directly and hope we can find some time to connect and communicate respectfully. I'd also like to thank YouTube for holding me accountable. I deserve it, respect the decision, and appreciate the opportunity to learn and grow from a true lapse in judgment. Bitch.
God, I wonder if it's actually on there still. What's the deal with this ukulele I always see posted on beneath there? What?
Oh, right. That I forgot to show screens with that. But what you're seeing, the ukulele moment. Do you remember Miranda Sings?
Miranda Sings. The name vaguely rings a bell, but I don't remember it, so she must have not been a particularly nice person.
She's like a 10 million YouTube sub account.
Yep.
Called out for grooming. And she made an apology video on YouTube with the ukulele. and like people have been making fucking fun of it ever since.
Oh, hang on. I found the image. I'll just send it to you over Discord. If it will let me. There it is.
I want the
Anyway, you were saying?
lyrics. I want the lyrics to the Toxic Gossip Train. You sent me what's this?
It's an
Oh.
image where someone ran it through an AI detector.
AI scan. This text is most likely to be written by an AI. There's 100% probability this text. 6 out of 6 sentences. That's only 6 sentences? Holy shit.
Apparently. God damn fake gospel. Anyway, you're saying something about a ukulele and someone being a pedophilic asshole?
Yes, Miranda sings Colleen Bellinger? Berenger? I don't know. This chick. She gets called out for grooming minors, allegedly. And her response was, well, people have told me not to talk about this, but they didn't say don't sing about it. And then she made it's essentially a song that's like the Toxic Gossip Train. Toxic Gossip Train. Oh yeah, there's actual lyrics for it.
Wait, what?
It's just something that I personally want to memorize because it's very, very, very fucking funny.
Like, what is the gist of what the song says? Because I don't vibe with that person, and I don't want to poison my eyes with their bullshit.
Oh, they are a Oh fuck, here it is. Basically, it was we all do bad things, but who cares if it's true or not? Just keep dogpiling because you're great people, right? And like, there have been people that gone into like 4 hours dives into what she's done, and she's done like a lot of terrible shit.
Jesus.
Here's a little sample.
Jesus Christ.
And like, hey girl, what's the tea? And you're like, ugh. That was me, but in group chats with my fans.
Oh, hang on, I need
great.
to unmute stream.
I'm actually going to share screen with you.
Okay.
That'll be a little
Feedback.
easier, eh?
Feedback is a bitch.
Feedback is a bitch.
There we go.
You know, and there's a weird ant there, keeps coming up to you and going like, hey girl, what's the tea? And you're like, ugh. That was me, but in group chats with my fans. It was weird.
Yeah, basically she got into group chats with her fans, and then turns out they were underage, and then she didn't care that her pedophile brother was in the group chats too.
Oof.
And well, she just sings about it for 10 minutes with a ukulele. And it was like the wildest YouTube apology I've seen.
That is some weak-ass pedophilic Sweet Home Alabama bullshit, that is.
Yeah, how do you prove you're not a pedophile? By writing a song about how you don't diddle kids.
I've been sharing my life online for over 15 years. I've poured my heart out to you, and because of that I feel like I'm talking to my friends. But in the beginning of my career, I didn't really understand that maybe there should be some boundaries there. There were times in the DMs when I would overshare details of my life, which was really weird of me. I haven't done that for years, you see, because I changed my behavior and I took accountability. But that's not very interesting, is it? So
Get to the
let's go on
chorus.
The toxic gossip train. The locomotive's fueled with hateful accusations. The toxic gossip train.
This song was also in A minor. Seriously? It was in the A minor key?
God damn, that shit was so funny. I coughed up a lung.
Yeah, that is the context for the Toxic Gossip Train.
I mean, she's a piece of shit, but I got credit where credit's due. That had a bit of a vibe to it.
Oh,
but,
absolutely.
God,
it's a banger of a song,
feel-
but the context is disgusting.
Disgusting!
Tannel, yeah, it's hilarious that it's written in A minor, but it's less funny when you realize it's in the context of a pedophile. So like when it's not actually a pedophile, it's way funnier.
God damn. Anyway, I have to get off in like a couple minutes, but before I do, I thought let's start a question in chat just for the giggles, just for the shits and giggles. Like
Let's do it.
if you were YouTube, right, and you had the Sniper Wolf situation in front of you, and you had to consider the TOS, which is very clear on what you should do, and then Google's like point of view of revenue is important. What would you make as to what should happen? Should she be removed? Should you change the TOS? Would you do it done? What would be your response to this situation? Because I know what I would do. I'm just curious what you guys.
I'm pretty confident in how I would respond, but I am curious how chatters would.
Yeah. Because to me personally, it looks like it's quite clear she needs to be removed from all of Google's platforms.
Yeah,
And
just fully nuked off of the platforms.
Oh yeah, because like if you know she's done something illegal that is also against TOS, you kind of have a responsibility to respond outside of money.
Yeah, but that seems to be the driving force of what YouTube wants to do. It's just they only care about their ad revenue. They care about that money. They don't care about their goddamn...
Yeah.
What is it? Values? What company has values?
No company.
Definitely needs to be removed from the platform. Yep. Sooner than later, too.
Yeah. But, you know, like most people have said, even though quite clearly needs to be removed from the platform, everyone can see past YouTube's bullshit at this point. They're not going to do anything.
Yeah.
I try immediately getting... Yeah. I'm just a simple demonetization. Like, that's what annoys me about this. Way worse happened.
Could have been like
Way
a
less.
full-on demonetization like what happened to Fresh and Fit, but no. It's only the most recent video.
Yeah. I do think she needs to be made an example of. Most definitely.
100%.
Much. Anyway, thank you for having me on. I have some other stuff I need to get set up.
Thank you for
nice to
coming
be
on.
here. Honestly,
Happy to
no
have you
problem.
on.
I just...
Please, shout yourself out.
Yeah, hi guys, my name is Pop-Tart. I'm a streamer on Twitch. I play video games mostly, and sometimes I do content creation when frustration doesn't get the better of me. Later on, I will be continuing on my own stream with trying to finish Mass Effect 3, but we'll see. We'll see if that happens, because it is a bitch of a game to finish. Anyway, thank you. Yeah, anyway, thank you for having me on. I need to go get that stuff set up, and hopefully the stream goes well for you.
It probably will.
It probably will.
Thanks. And again, thanks for coming on. You have a good stream yourself.
Yeah, you too. Bye, chat. I'll see you later.
Bye. Yeah, they seem pretty pog. I don't think I've interacted with them too much, but hey, I like that conversation. They seem to have a pretty good head on their shoulders. Go check out Pop-Tart. I'm gonna go find their links now. I should have asked them, shouldn't I? Oh, good. He's got a link tree. Go check him out. I know a bunch of people still watch Twitch, but that's not where I am. So, what's this about Doomers? Oh, we're going to get to that. I'm just going to go take a quick break while I go to the bathroom, not play any videos. You're going to see me standing still. Be right back a second. Okay. Now we're going to move on to some Doomer content. I came across a recommendation from somebody that's been a little Doomer pilled, black pilled, if you will, and they said this video has been helping them become a better person. And just seeing the thumbnail really had my attention. It really seems like a 4chan video. That's the vibe I get. It's all Wojaks for the thumbnails. The video is called Doomer to Bloomer by Low Budget Stories. So they're like an 800, or no, just under 600,000 sub account. So I hope they don't come after me for this shit. But anyways, I do think there is a thing to be said about how people are feeling a lot more isolated these days. They're feeling like no matter what they do, they can't really change the world around them. They can't really get out of the ways they are set in. My take on doomerism is to be avoided, as it can lead to the belief that fascism is the only way for humanity to quote-unquote survive. Yeah, I kind of think that. Fascism tends to prey on the people that are very vulnerable and that are kind of in a place where they feel nothing is available to them, when in reality there generally is stuff available to people. But I don't think you really need to subscribe to the doomer pill belief. There are people that just don't intentionally subscribe to it. They just kind of fall into it with that line of thinking. It's not exactly a nice thing. It's not a nice place for people to go into. It's something that some people just genuinely need help out of. And some people are saying that this video helps them get out of being a doomer pill. So let's see what it has to say. Oh, the black pill. It's Wojak.
Rough day, my son.
What? Who are you?
It does.
AI generated voices too? Like text to speech voices? Come on. They are putting a fair bit of effort. I guess I can sort of see already why people are subscribing to this kind of content.
Doesn't matter who I am. What matters are my intentions.
What do you mean?
I will not accept you losing hope. You think nothing's going to get better, but you're very wrong.
This world is constantly showing me that life is hopeless. Bad things keep happening and they are ruining me.
That's a problem that a lot of people tend to have as well, that they keep fixating on the negative things that keep happening to them, and they just kind of let the good things fall to the side, when if you really take a step back, if you write down what's bad, what's good, more often than not, I'm willing to bet that it's going to be pretty mixed, pretty even, despite what your brain keeps telling you about things. And if your brain just keeps telling you a distorted view of the world, I definitely recommend getting some therapy, because it can help get your track in order, kind of thing. It can help sort things out for you. It can help you move forward. That's what people really need to do.
Bad things happen, but how you react to them is what matters. Either you embrace their negativity, or you find lessons and seek strength through them.
Things keep happening and they are ruining me.
Replay that.
Bad things happen, but how you react to them is what matters. Either you embrace their negativity, or you find lessons and seek strength through them.
Yeah, I mean, I can't really argue with that point right there. It's kind of what I think. Things will get better, but it requires you to put the effort in. Yeah, exactly. oh, I'm usually a big fan of these types of video, or not a big fan of these types of videos. Yeah, I'm willing to bet it's like some kind of not really going to offer a proper solution. Just kind of be like a motivational quotes kind of thing.
That's easier said than done.
If it's humanly possible, consider it to be within your reach. Let me guide you to the best version of yourself.
Literally nothing in that first minute. Like, it's just set up that that people are doomers, and that some people, the Giga Chads, are the bloomers.
What is it that bothers you?
What not? I have no friends, no love, I work a wage job, I'm not social, nor good looking.
Skill issue. If you don't have friends or no love, you can still make those. You go outside, you go to social events where there's like a book club, perhaps, or there's a modeling group at a local game shop, or there's Magic the Gathering nights at a local game shop, or there's conventions. There are always events for interests. I mean, unless you're in the smallest rinky-dink town, then maybe you're going to have to make that group yourself. But I'm willing to bet at least somebody will show up. But if you can find those kinds of events, you just go there without the expectation of, I have to make friends or this will not be fun. No, you go there with the expectation of, this is a hobby of mine, so it will be fun. And then you kind of gaslight yourself into having a good time, and then just while you're existing there, there will be extroverted people like me who will show up to people and start talking to people. I tend to talk to people who seem to be on their own. They don't really have somebody else to talk to. So those are usually the people I strike up a conversation with. That's just how I engage with other people. It's not how everybody does it, but, you know, life is full of variety. That or learn to travel. Yeah, you can also travel.
I am addicted to alcohol and caffeine. I hate pretty.
Hold up. That's a lot of things you're not happy with. Now who can improve these situations?
Me.
Indeed. So tell me, what are you doing about these situations?
Okay, so he's actually getting in this hypothetical situation, he's at least attempting to get the person to reflect on their own actions of what are you actually doing to change your situation that you're trying to escape from, rather than just trying to escape from it through like a video game. Like, you can want your life to get better all you fucking want, but if you're not actually going to do anything about it, it's never going to change. It's just how it is.
I want to improve them, but I can't.
Why not?
I try it, but I don't see it getting better. Making friends is hard. Finding love is nearly impossible. Getting out of the rat race is hard.
But not impossible, right?
It feels impossible.
You feel it's impossible. It is not. The only boundaries are between your ears. You are not happy with your current life, yet you have everything you need to improve it.
But how?
Begin by improving yourself. Start
Self-improvement. Are you going to go into like the focus on maximizing your body gains or whatever as like some kind of vain attempt of increasing one's self-perceptions?
small. Clean up your room. Get a healthy rhythm.
Clean your room, sleep on time, and yeah, there is something to be said about having a properly clean room and then having a proper sleep schedule where you're up at a regular time throughout the day. You're not wasting the daylight, because apparently, like, if you spend a lot of your time missing that daylight, it leads to negative mental health issues, and like, that's not exactly good. I want to do several things in Minecraft to my internet connection. Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Don't buy alcohol so there is no temptations in-house. This will slowly build up a sense of accomplishment. You will need it to start improving. You're smoking?
Yes, I am smoking. This is one of the only enjoyments I have.
That enjoyment comes with a cost. You know that.
Personally, I am a smoker. I'm fully aware of the cost. It's why I started.
I know, I am going to quit. Just one more time, that won't hurt anything.
That is a cope. Saying that just one more time, it won't hurt anything. No, you're continuing to feed that addiction. If you're actually wanting to quit, then actually try. Don't just say one more and I'll quit after the next one. Because trust me, the last cigarette you have is better than sex. I've had about 1 million of them.
Anyone can make mistakes, but only a fool persists in his error. You have the strength to stop right now. Then use the money you save now to invest in yourself. Buy a book. Read it. Learn from it and become a more intelligent person.
Millionaire Fastlane, don't recommend that kind of shit to people. That's just going to ruin their brain in a different way.
This will give you an enjoyment much greater than smoking.
Well, at least they do show off that you can actually learn stuff from social media like YouTube. Because, fun fact, there is a lot of people that do actually still enjoy a physical book to read, but the majority of people, to my knowledge, get their media, their knowledge through social media, like through YouTube and stuff. It's not all just books.
One of the things I am bad at is talking to people. How can I work on this?
Skill issue. You gotta put yourself in a position where you can talk to people. You go to, if you don't like parties, you can go to, again, book clubs, Magic the Gathering nights, board game nights. Look in your local area papers where you can potentially find these kinds of groups. Hell, one time, actually I've done this a couple of times, but when I was first trying to get into, be a little more social, I want to talk to more people, I kind of want to make new friends. What did I do? What I actually did was, I think it was back in the year of 2013, 2014, around that time, where I got together, or I made a post on a local convention's forums that I wanted to do or that I was going to be hosting a Naruto cosplay picnic. Basically, you bring your own stuff, show up in cosplay, and then just hang out for a few hours. I didn't have any friends directly in that community at that time. I actually don't still, because I didn't make the effort to keep communicating with those people. I've moved on with my life. But I want to say like 25 to 30 people fucking showed up. I may be in a bit of a bigger city, but still, whatever your niche, it appeals to more than just you. You just gotta try.
Let me ask you first. Why do you want to work on this?
Because I want to be more social.
If you want to be more social, you must become more secure about yourself.
Okay, you can't just tell people to become more secure about themselves. You gotta give them ways to do that without forcing that talking point onto them. You want to become more secure in yourself? How about you actually note down the things you've done that you feel proud of? Have you built a model kit you feel proud of? Have you gotten an achievement that not many people have gotten that you feel proud about? Have you, I don't know, have you written a very long fan fiction that you're proud of? It can be whatever. You find things that you have done and you keep working on things, and you let yourself be proud of your work. You let yourself do that, you will begin growing your confidence. And growing that confidence is the key to, being a little more social.
You must believe that you can be social. Talk to people outside. Start by simply greeting people when you pass them. Then start some small talk. Practice and practice bit by bit, and you'll see that you are capable of talking to people like everyone else.
Actually, yes, that's actually a very good point. You can just walk down the street and say hello to people. You make eye contact, you say hello, nod your head, and keep walking. If you don't have any social experience and you want to get better at it, start that small. It's that easy. You can do it. Bosch has given these same tips? Yeah, he has.
And how can I become more confident with what I say?
You think about the stuff you like, you digest all that information, and then you just become you digest all the information, and then as you keep telling new people this stuff, you will develop the skills in order to convey your thoughts more properly. I mean, I'm still pretty shit at conveying my thoughts, but I'm a hell of a lot better now than I was 3-4 months ago, when I was a lot more early in the constantly regularly talking for my content.
To become more confident, I'd suggest you start going to the gym.
Confidence is not just how your physical appearance looks. If you're just focusing on the aesthetics of it, there are plenty of confident people that have a bigger body mass index, and the confidence itself is sexy. It's not necessarily a delusional type of confidence. It's an acknowledgement of where you are with your body type, what you can achieve with that body type, and what you're comfortable with being. Not everybody is comfortable with a bigger body type, and that's understandable. Our society has socialized us into wanting or into desiring the thin waifs that always are in advertising for us. But there is nothing non-sexy about a bigger body type, just saying. Like, there are actually cultures that have focused more on the bigger, like the plus size people, to be more physically attractive. Like, let's just say the north, the very, very far north, where it's like all tundra and icy. You're not going to want to have a partner that is like sticks and bones. You're going to want a bigger partner, because a bigger partner is a lot warmer and has a lot more body heat to contribute to the igloo. And then you can all, keep yourselves a bit warmer just because of the body size. And that has contributed to people in that culture finding that body type physically attractive.
It might sound cliche, and every lifestyle guru online gives the
But there is something to be said that getting regular exercise does help increase your mental health. Unironically, it does. Like going for a walk for 30 minutes to an hour, just that can have a positive effect. And you can give yourself a positive effect by achieving that body if it's even available to you. Not everybody can achieve these body types. Just saying.
This advice, but it's for a good reason. You'll be happier with yourself if you have a fit body and lifestyle. This will boost your health and confidence, and also give you a routine in life. Try it out and see how you'll ascend within a few months.
It's important to note that it's not just exercising and sleeping well, it's also eating right, making sure you're not putting in like a ton of that sugars and the bad stuff, because that also contributes to negative health outcomes and negative mental health outcomes as well.
Thank you for guiding me, for every lesson you taught me, for believing in me when I was nothing. There is only one mystery that keeps me wondering. You still haven't told me who you are.
I'm you from the future.
I am nothing but a voice in your head.
Oh.
Everything is within yourself, my son.
Okay, is that more or less delusional than what I thought it was going to be? I'm afraid that I must head out. My connection is being too much a pain in the ass. Ah, that's too bad. Thanks for joining, Tibbs. Unironically, is that more or less delusional? Neat. That's weird. It doesn't seem like they really covered very much of anything aside from platitudes. Like, jeez. Who doesn't love the good old black pill content? At least it had a bit of a better message of self-improving. And I didn't see it going too egregious with, like, advice and shit. But hey, if you do want to improve your life, you can. You might not be able to get the Giga Chad body, but you can most definitely improve the situation you're in. There's nothing wrong with wanting to improve. Self-improvement is actually a good thing and should be pursued. That's pretty much it. All I really have on that topic. Reaction content is stealing. Oh yeah? Why did I turn a 4-minute video into a 20-minute video? Yeah. Now, let's see. I think I'm going to go over one more article, like a bait article. And then I think that'll be it for stream. I am debating whether or not to stream tomorrow. We will see. Please do. It's a lot of, do I have the energy to? Do I want to just play games on my last day off before I go back to work? I do enjoy streaming, but it is also, I gotta know what I'm gonna be talking about ahead of time. I gotta decide on that shit. Hey guys, did you know that VTubers have reached their inevitable conclusion? Because I didn't know that. Here's an article from Polygon.com. Well, quote-unquote respected media site. If you can't guess... Oh, you saw this article too? Yeah, I saw the article. I decided I'm going to cover it. I haven't actually read it, but I've seen some people reacting to it, or they gave their thoughts on it. And I figured, yeah, I think I want to cover it too. Twitch has always allowed for various forms of expression, so it was no surprise when VTubing found a home on the platform, quickly gaining popularity among English-speaking audiences in 2019. Since then, the novelty of avatar-based content may have worn off, citation needed, but the format has stuck around, and VTubing agencies, which continue to introduce new talent and offer one of the more financially secure methods of pursuing this sort of content, are still holding on in an attempt to harness new talent. VTubing exploded onto the wider North American and European markets when Cover Corporation launched the English brands of HoloLive Production in 2020. HoloLive's English debut saw the introduction of long-standing talents in the English community, such as the extremely popular Gargura, the most subscribed to HoloLive talent to date, and Ninome Inanis. I nailed that name. Even high-profile content creators like Pokimane pivoted towards using digital avatars weeks after HoloLive's first generation of English-speaking talents debuted. Brands, too, remember the Tony the Tiger VTuber in August 2020? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Please don't be a dead link. Yeah. They apparently Tony did like one stream and then fucking graduated. And by graduated, I mean they didn't do it anymore. And I do remember when Pokimane got a VTuber model. Clout chasing backlash. That's fucking funny to me. Pokimane was called a clout chaser for appealing to a niche audience. Tony couldn't handle the furries? Yeah, that's actually true. True. Many creators have jumped on the trend, or many creators that jumped on the trend have since stopped using their avatars, but at the start of COVID-19 pandemic, there was a large increase in VTubers on Twitch and other streaming platforms like YouTube as models and equipment became more accessible to the general public. Twitch has since gone on to highlight a wide variety of VTubers through its VTuber Takeover promotion, which also gets hijacked a lot by flesh tubers like XQC, which most recently ran in August. Twitch also reported that VTubing related content on the platform shot up by some 350% between January and August 2022. Despite this, some have argued that the VTuber bubble has all but burst. You know, VTubers that have hundreds of thousands, some even millions of subscribers. Yeah, that's totally dead and dying and not fuck off, Kotaku, and not at all going to be sticking around for the long term. What the fuck is this? Oh yeah, it's Kotaku saying that the VTuber bubble has burst. Yeah. Kotaku with the non-delusional takes. Yeah, right? I do feel that VTubing has become less novel as the market has become more saturated, says a streamer with agency Niji Sanji, who is not approved to speak publicly. Ooh, private. Anonymous. There are obviously some stir-ups and downs when it comes to working with an agency as well, which requires a lot of patience if I'm honest, and there are some decisions that are made that sometimes don't make a lot of sense. Yeah, that's also something that people don't really think about. Going corporate with your VTubing doesn't necessarily mean you get to do the kind of content you want to do. Sometimes if you're with Niji Sanji or Hololive, you're there to play their character, not your own character. You're there to make content through their lens, not your own. You can put a little bit of your own spin on it, but ultimately it's the agency's decision. At least if I'm understanding things correctly. Excuse me. Agencies for VTubers manage their talent, often assigning them a manager that helps organize interviews, collaborations, paid promotions, and add content on stream. Sometimes they can be financial advisors, but that is not always the case, as money made through agencies may include subscription or merchandise sales. Yeah, that's kind of a bother for me with going like the Niji Sanji or Hololive route. Like, you're not going to be getting all the money yourself. It's largely it's going to the corporation that you're working for. Kind of why I prefer to be indie. It's all coming to me. All that money. I don't even get ad revenue yet. The source at Niji Sanji notes that all talents within the agency are under non-disclosure agreements, which prevents them from sharing information with their audiences that could compromise their identity, or even inform viewers on why they could be graduating, which is effectively retirement for VTubers. It's retirement of that specific persona or character. So like fucking Mr. Rias had graduated from Niji Sanji, and that character is effectively retired. But there just happens to be somebody for V Shoujo under the name K9 Kuro that, you know, just happens to be very similar to Mista. But they're definitely totally not the same person. Don't worry about it. There's totally not Minecraft leaks proving that they're the same person. God, I should have covered the K9 Kuro stuff. Or the Matara shit. God, really. Some agencies like HoloLive and Nijisanji shut down entire branches or graduate talents without any real kind of information is heartbreaking for just about everyone involved in the process. Yeah, like, whether or not it's a legit reason, it's still going to piss off the audience. It's going to upset them because people get attached to your talents, HoloLive and Nijisanji, and then when you just kind of graduate them without... Graduation could be the talent themselves are leaving the company for personal reasons, or they're getting fired. We don't know. That's kind of why it's shitty that it's just referred to as graduations. It should be a little more transparent, in my opinion. In 2020, HoloLive shuttered its Chinese division, graduating more than a handful of streamers. I believe this was all sparked because of Kirio Coco had mentioned Taiwan, and that pissed off the Chinese fans. So that's the context for that one. More recently, Nijisanji announced the abrupt graduation of one of its more prominent talents, Mr. Reyes. He revealed that his choice to leave Nijisanji was due to burnout, and in August, the parent company of HoloLive, Cover Corporation, announced that 2 talents would be graduating from its HoloStars division barely a year after debuting. I didn't know about that one. Vesper Nemoir and Magni Desmond. I don't know those 2. I should probably keep up with a lot more of the corporate stuff, shouldn't I? In some cases, VTubers are not given a choice and can be graduated prematurely, though the agency itself never specifies. Part of why I really, really hate how they just hide it with just calling it graduation rather than, you know, saying that, hey, we're terminating this person, or hey, this person is leaving by their own free will. Yeah, you should if you can. A big part of it is I don't watch a lot of the Corpo VTubers. Because, I'm gonna be real, most of the Corpo VTubers don't put out commentary content. That's the kind of content that's my bread and butter. I love it so much, but like, the majority of stuff is catch them live while they're doing a just chatting segment, or watching them play games, and I don't care about watching people play games. This kind of sucks since they want to use idle terms. Yeah, I mean, VTubers are spawned off of what's it? Idol culture. It is heavily influenced by idol culture. Independent VTuber Nagami Mugi feels as though corporate VTubing is still a viable avenue for those looking to make a career out of the medium that can support content creation full-time. Yes, I would say that agencies are still a viable avenue for those that actually do want to go the corpo route. Just be absolutely sure of who you're joining up with. You don't want to accidentally sign up with like Akio Air. I think VTubing content has become kind of stale, she says. She goes on to mention a lot of VTubers tend to be boxed into specific kinds of content, playing Minecraft or popular FPS games like Valorant. In order for VTubing to continue to grow, VTubers need to branch out and create more content in line with other influencers. Hey, VTubers, do more React content, do more commentaries, talk about your favorite things, and just rant about it for 10 minutes. Put that out in a video. People will watch it. Trust me, I'm doing it. Mugi says that if VTubers took clues from other content creators and explored options like lore analysis videos or short form reviews, the scene wouldn't be as stagnant. And I agree. Most people just want to play their video games and that's it. And like, if you want to do that, there's nothing inherently wrong with it. You're just not going to be able to stand out with it. That's the big issue, at least in my opinion. You want to really stand out, right? Like, that's how you get noticed. Where was I? And like other VTubers, Mugi has dreams of going corporate. Already relatively successful, having created her own storefront that hosts collaborations and merchandise featuring other VTubers and artists, she has auditioned for several major agencies. She says that one agency asked if she would close down her business if she passed the interview phase and became one of its talents. Ooh, that's rude. Like, she's working hard at setting up her own storefront and stuff, and this major agency is like, yeah, but if you sign with us, we wouldn't want you to do that. You got to make all your money through us only. You can't have your own thing on the side. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Let people do what they want, especially when they're not doing it as your character that they're playing for your corporation. Yeah, that's really more of a streamer problem, really. Yeah. This isn't entirely uncommon, as the source from Nijisanji mentions that some talents have been given strict restrictions as to what content they can and can't create once their contracts with the agency expire. Wait, what? This isn't entirely uncommon, as the source from Nijisanji mentions that some talents have been given strict restrictions of what they can't do after their contract with the agency expires. No, like, after your contract expires from the agency, they don't get to fucking control you anymore. Why is that happening? I don't like this. However, this can be very different between this can vary between talents and what is agreed upon between both the talent and the agency itself. So while agencies can be viable in terms of long-term growth for a creator, it is often strictly tied to the avatar associated with said agency. I mean, yeah, but it did help that there are still people that will carry across the platforms. Like, there are hardcore fans that will follow along. Like, there was that whole remember what they took from you crowd with the graduation of Pikami. And then that narrative changed to remember what they couldn't take from you when Henya debuted. I'm just saying. People figure it out. It's the internet. You can't hide anything for it. You can't hide anything forever. Come on, be real. So while agencies can both be viable in terms of long-term... Oh, I read that. Both Hololive and Nijisanji give creators very little freedom in terms of presentation, whereas newer agencies such as Idol allow talents to create their own concepts. I don't know Idol. I should probably figure out about them more. While that may feel overwhelming to some, it allows for talents behind these models to flex their creativity and create a persona that otherwise wouldn't fit neatly into the cleanly defined boxes some agencies slot them into. Agencies should allow for talents to experiment so long as it isn't hurting anyone. I fully agree with that sentiment. Says the source, let people fail and still have the opportunity for growth in the future. More risk-taking and trying to branch out in other ways instead of simply just streaming or following pre-established methods. Yeah, it's people playing safe in order to attempt to grow, but that's not how you get those wildly viral shit. You don't get viral off of doing the same thing as everybody else. You gotta find ways to be unique. do it your own way, put your own spin on it. Come on, we're all fucking main characters from anime, aren't we? And how do you stand out doing that? It's damn near impossible with the models these days. Like, everybody's a fucking anime character. For me, it's the content. That's what gets me growing. It's not my design specifically, I don't think. According to both of the people we interviewed for this story, this is an agreed upon sentiment that to prevent further stagnation, this not so niche form of content creation needs to reinvent itself and allow more freedom to its talents. Time will tell if larger agencies like Hololive, which reported 50% growth in its 2023 financial report, and Niji Sanji will allow their talents to break the mold. I don't personally think that Hololive or Niji Sanji will really let their talents break the mold. What I think would happen, or what I think is more likely to happen, is that there would be indie VTubers that are doing the mold breaking. And then when the bigger talent or the bigger agencies see that mold breaking and seeing it popping off, then they'll be like, okay, yeah, our talent can do that too. Though I do hear a lot of sentiment that the corpo talents are free to do whatever they wish, but I also don't fully believe that. Like, it would be pretty cool if the bigger corpo talents would, like, you know, talk about this stuff publicly. Like, I love saying like a lot, don't I? I do. There's a lot of talent that they could be doing a lot more variety in their content, but they don't really need to branch out very much. Like, look at the Hololive talents. They're doing pretty fucking well, the big ones anyways. I should really start keeping track of talents, the VTuber talents, agencies a lot more. I believe next stream I do want to go over the state of VShojo. That'll be a fun one. Give me a chance to talk about the 3 talents that have joined ever since VShojo had lost Silverveil, Nyanners, and Vebe. Now, I'd argue that they have more freedom than we think. I would think that, let's just go with Mori Calliope, for example. I think Calliope is fairly free. God, frog in my throat. Is fairly free to do what she likes. But then there's some things that just, I don't think she would be allowed to, I don't know, talk about Taiwan openly, or talk about like anything political. No matter how lightly political topics even get. It's tricky. I don't personally know any corporate VTubers, so I don't really have any insights there. I do know that VTubing itself, it's a medium. It's not a genre. You make the kind of content that you just want to make. It doesn't matter if it's just playing games. Doesn't matter if it's commentary shit. You just make the stuff that you want to see more of in the world. That's why I've gotten into commentary content. Yeah. Like, god damn it. That whole goddamn Taiwan situation with Hololive, or the China situation, where Kiryu Coco had literally only read the name Taiwan off of like a Google response or a Google search result, and then the Chinese fan base got super duper mad over that. Yeah, we need more VTubers trying to branch out of the normal. A lot of the smaller indies just see the success of the bigger VTubers and they're like, I want that success for myself. How do I achieve it? I'm going to do what they do. And that's not bad to start off with, but if you're only sticking to that kind of stuff, then that's where the problem comes in. If you're not branching out of your content, you're not finding ways to improve it, how can you really expect to grow? Okay, I think that about wraps up the stream. I am going to be going out, hanging out with a friend. Been a while since I talked to him. Thanks for sticking by, Joestar. I shall, and I will try and convince myself to stream tomorrow as well. This has actually been a shorter stream for me, which is weird. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. You can now go eat. Why don't you just eat while watching me? You go have a good munchie. Munch, munch. Anyways, I'm gonna boop off for now. Thanks for tuning in. And remember, if you can't be the sharpest tool in the shed, you can always be the hoe. Charging up your phone? I'm firing my laser.